I recently met my hero, my storytelling icon, if you will. He's won 24 National Murrows and 149 Emmys, and this is the number one thing I learned from him. What's up, friends? I'm Josh Helmuth, co-anchor for Good Morning Colorado. So this past fall, got invited to go to New York City for the National Murrow Awards ceremony, where my team won a National Murrow for breaking news coverage. The only time I got a little bit nervous the whole night was when I got to meet my storytelling hero, Boyd Huppert from KARE in Minneapolis. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Boyd, yes, at last count, 24 National Edward R. Murrow Awards. In fact, he was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award and 149 Emmys. Please forgive me if I'm off by one or two. That was at last count. I found out about Boyd. I ran across Boyd's work a decade ago when he did a story on Emmett and Erling. It went national. It is a clinic in storytelling. It is an unbelievable story, and it's a story that probably would have been turned down by most newsrooms. But KARE, being a good shop that it is, Boyd being the incredible, historically awesome storyteller that he is, it was approved. And it's unbelievable. It's a simple story about an unlikely best friend relationship between a little boy and his nearly 90-year-old neighbor, a World War II veteran. Check it out if you get the chance, link below. So anyway, I've been following Boyd's work for a decade, and I got to stand with him. My wife met him. We were very excited. My co-anchor, we all stood with him. I was absorbing everything I could. For about 10-15 minutes, he was over the top nice, so kind, so genuine. And I asked him, Boyd, and I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this. I don't think he will, considering he does instruction and mentoring across the whole country, especially for NPPA. But this is the number one thing Boyd said. I said, Boyd, if you had one tip for young broadcasters, young storytellers, what is your number one piece of advice? And Boyd says, find a focus. When you're doing a story, any type of story, doesn't matter if it's hard news, a feature story, anything, find a focus, a clear focus. Now with Emmett and Erling's story, that clear focus, you would think it's pretty clear most of the time, but that focus is on that unlikely friendship. And he goes into a little bit deeper as to why it's so special. So Boyd won 2 National Edward R. Murrow Awards this past year for his most recent story. It's called Gunny at the Wheel. Gunny being a 94-year-old farmer in Minnesota who is the head of 4 generations of family farming currently happening on his farm. Now, the focus here, of course, is Gunny, right? Also, you interview his fellow workers, being his sons and grandsons, but that's the focus. Again, seems simple, seems obvious, right? But let's just say, what if Boyd was doing this story, very hypothetical here, and Boyd found out that maybe Gunny was also mentoring Eagle Scouts, and there would be Eagle Scouts sometimes on the farm, and he would help them as well. That would probably be losing the focus of the family being unlikely 4 generations of family farming at the same time. Or what if, for instance, Boyd showed up and found out that Gunny's son recently won the lottery and used that money to invest in the farm? Probably a separate story in its own right, but that would lose focus for Boyd's story. So the next time you're doing a story, again, whether it's hard news or it's light news like Gunny at the Wheel or Emmett and Erling with Boyd, find your focus. Don't stray away from other notable things, but find your focus in particular on what will really resonate with people. What makes a story so powerful that it's going to make people remember the story, make it truly remarkable. And that is the one piece of advice I got from my hero, Boyd Huppert. And Boyd, if you happen to see this, thank you for being so kind and so generous with your time. It truly was an honor meeting you. Hey, thanks for watching, friends. And most importantly, remember, when you're in this business, it can be hard. Let's lift each other up. Let's be atypical.